Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Thursday, November 11th, 2021, 11/11. We are again in the final hour of the trading day, and as you know, the final hour of the trading day is my preferred time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades, because at the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take control away from the day traders and the algorithms. They're dealing with the most money. They have very smart people, best information, best technology, and I just simply believe that the closing prices are the most valid prices of the day. So if you're waiting for a time of the day to make your buying and selling decisions based upon a certain level, shouldn't it be based upon the most valid price of the day? And in my opinion, the closing price is the most valid price of the day because the large financial institutions move it there. And I believe by being an end of day trader, waiting till the end of the day to make your decisions offers you a long-term edge in your trading. So thank you all for coming today. Appreciate you being here. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good trading day. Always appreciate you spending your time here, hoping it is helping with your trading and your investing. So here is the well, let's take a look at the markets. Currently, the Dow is down 146 points, down 0.4%. The Nasdaq is up. Didn't want to scare anyone there. Up 91 points, up 0.58, and the S&P is up 4.79. So we have a mixed day today. Dow's down, Nasdaq's up. Money's chasing tech, getting out of the industrial 30. So here's the plan for today, everyone. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I am going to manage them going forward. I did have 4 day trades today that I'm going to share with you. Those worked out pretty well. After that, we're going to go over to the board. We're going to take a look at my students' current positions, talk about when they bought them, why they bought them, and how they are performing. After that, we're going to spend a few minutes talking about trading psychology, my favorite part of the podcast, because it's the most important skill you can ever learn in trading. That is the skill of creating a plan and following the plan, not letting your emotions get involved and lead you astray on your plan. And that is, in my opinion, the best skill and the skill that you need to learn the most in trading. We always think about support, resistance, entries, exits, and those are important, don't get me wrong, but ultimately at the end of the day, following the plan that you created, that's what it's all about. And to be a long-term profitable trader, you need to do that. All right, so we'll spend a few minutes talking about that. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal Scanner. I do have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade, regardless of the time frame. I need a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. I need a good risk to reward ratio based upon strong support below where your stop is and likely resistance above. So if I'm risking $1,000 on a trade, I need to be able to make $2,000 or more to the upside to make the asymmetrical math work for me, and that's what it's about in trading. Lastly, I need a complete trading plan, and for me, that there's 7 points that have to be checked in order for me to enter a trade. First, I need to position size based upon the current current volatility of the market. Number 2, I need to know what my maximum allowed loss is. Number 3, I need to know where my emergency stop is. Number 4, I need to know where my end of day stop is. Number 5, I need to know where my intraday profit targets are. Number 6, I need to know where my significant overhead resistance levels are. And number 7, I need to have a complete trailing stop plan in place so that if I do have a profitable trade, I don't give it all back, because professional traders, when they have a profit, generally do not give back the profits. They'll get out back at break even, or they'll have some kind of trailing stop methodology in place. And that is one of the 7 requirements that I need for a trade. So using those 3 criteria, I will go through the end of day candidates And if something looks good, makes sense at the end of the day, I will purchase it right before the market closes. After the market closes, if anyone has any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you need clarification on anything, please let me know. Happy to clarify. If there's any stock symbols that you would like me to look at, please go ahead, put them in the live stream. I will do my best to get to those before the close of the market. And then lastly, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today, if you could please wait till the end of the day so that the market's closed, I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, and then we'll spend as much time as we need to get everything taken care of, okay? So that's the plan for today. I am going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I'll be back in about 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who is here today. Nigma is first up. Good to see you, Nigma. Ladies and gents, Greg, good morning, afternoon, evening. Good morning, afternoon, or evening to you as well. Nigma, I have not replied to your email, but since I have you here, you were asking me how to set up something on your charts, and from what I understood from your question, there's two different things called ATR. So let's make it simple. You're looking for, when I talk about ATR channels, what I'm really talking about, and what it's probably in your charting software, is under Keltner channels. So you need one Keltner channel to the, you need one to the upside, two to the upside, three to the upside. So you need three of them to the upside. You need three of them below, the -1, 2, and 3, and then to the upside, the 1, 2, and 3. And then I think where you're getting confused is when you're looking to do ATRs, that's just average true range. That's finding what is 0.45 ATRs, 1 ATR, 1.5 ATRs, 2 ATRs. On most trading platforms, they just give you the one ATR, so just average true range. So there's two separate things. One is called average true range. That is for your position sizing in your stops. That's just average true range. And then the other one are Keltner channels. So I will reply to that email, but since I had you there, I just wanted to point that out. Gary is here. Hi, Greg and group. Nice to see you, Gary. Hope you're having a good day. Paxton is here. Good to see you, Packy. Michael Wilkinson, aka Lava, is here. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for everything you do for this channel. Another person I need to thank for everything you do for this channel is Steve Burns. Steve, good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Hope you're having a good trading day. And thank you as always for coming. Hope you, Holly, and the dogs are all doing well. Steve says, VIX rejected back under the 200-day yesterday and stayed under today. Yep, overhead resistance level of 200, pretty strong, and it looks like that was the case as well. VIX has been on a bit of a tear lately. And interestingly, with the some days with the market going up. So it's like Steve mentioned the other day, is there volatility sneaking on in here? David is here. Hi, Gregorian traders. Good to see you, David. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. Hope the family as well. Steve says Disney under over 30 today after earnings. Yes, there is, and that is on my list. Frank is here. Hi, Greg and group. Pouring that cup of tea. Nice. Enjoy. And Frank, thank you as always for everything you do for this channel. I appreciate it. I know everyone else does as well. Steve says PKI has a crossover. Yes, it does have a crossover. There's a 520 crossover in the value zone. For me, you know, just we all have our preferences, right? But I prefer to take crossovers when there's sideways motion, not when there's already been a big rally to make that crossover happen. That being said, it could go rocketing up, and if anyone takes that, I hope it does. But for me, the formation is not correct for me. Tracy is here. Good afternoon, Greg and group. Good afternoon, Trace. Hope you're doing well. George is here. Hi, Greg. Afternoon, and thank you for all you do for this channel. Well, thank you, George, and thanks for coming. That's the most important part, right? I appreciate it. I do. There's my friend Kamal. Good to see you, Kamal. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. There's Karen, Wiener Dog Trading. Good to see you. Looking forward to our lesson tonight at 7:30, right? 7:30 my time. David said CMG 520 crossover and also a lot of support from the 100 day. Well, let's take a look at CMG then. Yeah, see, so this is what I'm talking about. I like the sideways motion here in the value zone with the crossover. That being said, let me backtest CMG and see if that does backtest. I think it does if I remember correctly. Yeah, it does. Here we go. I like that trade a lot. Who was that? Was it David? Yeah. So look, here's CMG 520 crossover. Ran the back test and it does test positively. 963.7%. Buy and holds 3782, but still it does back test positively. And I do like the formation here a lot. So I am going to put that on my end of day list. That's a good example of the type of crossovers that I like. And if I could find my CMG, let me do a little math here. What I'm doing, I'm taking my maximum allowed loss, which a good rule of thumb is maybe 1% of your capital, dividing it by the value of the 2 ATR, and that tells me exactly how many shares to buy, accounting for volatility. So I just take 1% of my total capital, divide it by the value of the 2 ATR, and that's what tells me how many shares to buy. So I really do like that. All right, I put that on the old list there. David said, I entered Disney this morning right when it bounced off the 30 RSI. I'll report it closing. Okay, sounds good. Well, speaking of, let's take a look, see what's going on. Lova, Dynamic Duo, and I did buy Citizens Financial Group, CFG, yesterday with the 520 crossover coming from sideways motion and a V2. We bought it at 47.99. It is up 2% today. Hit one profit target at 48.55, one at 49.08. So far up 2% on the day and up 2% on the trade. So this is a good sign. Broke out over this range. And this is what I'm talking about. Sideways motion leading to trends. And I want to sell. I always sell a portion of my position as it moves up. Yesterday's close, it moved 0.45 ATRs here, 0.45 ATRs here. That's why I took it. Hopefully this keeps going. Orange line is 1.5 ATRs. Once it gets there, if and when it does get there, I will go into trailing stop mode. So up nice, up 2.02% on the day. Facebook, we have Ava and Karen. We did buy Facebook with an under 200, over 200 at 323.52. Moved sideways as it moved up. Of course, I always scale out a portion. Got to trailing stop level here. After trailing stop level, if I have a close below the previous day's low, I get out of half. I took half profit here at right approximately, I don't know what that is. All right. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, about 338. Then I took half profit there. My end of day stop is closed below the 200-day moving average. It's still above. Did hit one profit target here at 332.01. It's up 0.39% today on the day, and on the trade, it's up 1.73%. Philip Morris has been a really nice entry here for Jonathan, Karen, Gary, Dynamic Duo, Lilia, and myself. We had a confluence of signals here. We had a false breakout the downside. We had a close under, close back over the 200, and a V1, bought at 93.66. Did hit one profit target today at 95.06. It's up 0.6% today on the day, and on the trade, it's up 1.73%. And then SPY, I did have a nice overnight SPY trade. I buy SPY every day at the close, sell it at the open the next morning. I bought it at 463.62, sold it at the open today at 465.15. Now, I'm going to show you some day trades here, but I also had some swing trades. And let's take a look at the day trade so I can unclutter the chart. All right. This was my entry on the VIX. We had a huge bullish engulfing bar on a lot of volume plus a V1. Got in at 21.02, couple days of sideways motion. Then had a big bar up, sold half at 21.13. Then it came back to my entry point. I got out at break even. So the profitable part was 21.02, out at 21.13 on the VIX trade. And then I also have a swing trade on VIX. Anyone else in here with me? Yes, Ava, Bacon Bandit, and Karen. We bought the under 30, over 30, and the rejection of the negative third ATR channel, and the V1. Bought here at 20.22. It's 21.01 and is down 2.64%. But this particular trade up 3.76% so far. Amazon. Oh boy. All right. Well, let's go through the day trades first. Had a day trade on Amazon here. Sorry about all the clutter, but I have a swing position and two day trade positions. I had a false breakout to the downside and a V1. Got in at 35.0930. Next bar went screaming up. Got out at 35.1970. Over here, we had a close below a rejection of the 50 RSI. Got out at 35.12, and then it came back to my entry point, which I got out. So profitable parts 35.0930, out at 35.12, and out at 35.1970. So that was that trade. Then another trade over here on Amazon. I had a short. We had a big rally at the open. We rejected the 250-day moving average. When it rejected it, I shorted at 35.3970. I covered a portion of the position on the down move at 35.2590. Covered some more here. 35.1310, covered some more here, 35.0770, and then we had a close above the previous day's low, got out at 35.21, previous day's high, 35.2190. So the short was 35.3970, covered at 35.2590, covered at 35.2140, covered at 35.1310, and out at 35.0770. So that was a really nice trade there as well. And then I have a regular swing trade on Amazon as well. Let's see, Gary and I are still in Amazon. We bought down here, deep dip buy, rejection of the 250-day moving average. Got in at 33.1049, moved up beautifully, just up, taking profits along the way. We got to 65 RSI. Oh, I missed this yesterday. I missed this. It closed below the 5 EMA. I should have gotten out yesterday. I just noticed this. Well, it did go up today, hit another profit at 35.2044. It got above 65 RSI, and it looks like it's going to close below the 5 EMA. So I am going to have to get out of this. I did not notice that mistake on my part. Let's see, Apple. Took a trade here on Apple with a 520 crossover, bought at 148.46. As soon as it got up to the 1 ATR channel, I felt like there was going to be some resistance there. I sold it at 148.55, and then when it came back to my break even, I went ahead and got out again. And then the Qs. Had a nice little trade on the Qs here. Perfect setup. Sideways motion. False breakouts to the downside. I bought it right when the V1 triggered. I bought at 390.95. I sold half at the end of the bar at 391.14. Moved up again. Sold another portion at 391.33. And then when we got up here, I decided I was looking at something else. I just got out of the rest. Then it went a little higher, but then came back down. So got in at 390.95, out at 391.14, out at 391.33, and out at 391.66. So really good day trades today. Really, really good day trades. All right, let's go over, take a look, and see what everyone else's positions are doing, not just mine. All right, let me check. All right, here we go. Roku. We have Karen and Steve bought Roku under 30, over 30. Bought this at 277.82. It's 272.66. It's down 0.71% on the day and also on the trade. MMC, Dynamic Duo and Ava. Bought MMC here with the 520 crossover at 164 even. It's 165.10. It's down a little on the day, but it is up on the trade. LRCX, Lova, bought LRCX with the 520 crossover and the V2 combo at 572.70. Moved on up here, sold half up here, about 609.39, and it's up another 1% today. Up 1% on the day, and this particular trade up 6.58%. Outstanding trade. AAL, we have Bacon Bandit, bought this intraday rejection of the 250-day moving average and just nailed it. Bought it at 1984, and this has moved up beautifully. It's down 0.28% on the day, but on the trade up 7.77%. CRL, Steve bought CRL with an under 30, over 30, and he just nailed it at 375.44. It's 388.60. It's up 0.26% today on the day, and on the trade up 3.42%. DKNG, Steve and Frank bought DKNG yesterday with the under 30, over 30, and rejection of the negative third ATR channel. Bought a 41.01. It's 40.66. It is down 1.02% on the day and also on the trade, and currently it is under the 30 RSI. Zoom, wow. Well, Michael Martin bought Zoom all the way back here. I really hope he sold because we had a great setup. Triple bottom, bullish divergence. We had an under 30, over 30 as a trigger. It went from 256 all the way up to 291, but I mean, this has just come down just dramatically at this point. So it's down on the day, down on the trade. Mike, if you're out there, let me know what's going on with that trade. Lova bought Otis, higher low V1, V2 at 81.78. It's 83.44. It's up 0.1% today, and as far as on the trade, up 1.97%. So way to go. AVLR, Karen bought AVLR yesterday, under 200, over 200, under 30, over 30. Good confluence of signals, but this one didn't work. It is down 1.8% today and down about the same on the trade. BIIB, Michael Martin bought BIIB at 269.90. Higher low V2 was in the money nicely, then came back down. So this one's underwater at the moment on the day and also on the trade. Lemonade, Kamal bought Lemonade yesterday at 62.53. It is 66.15, up 5.2% on the day and the same on the trade. So way to go, Kamal. Cisco, we have Dynamic Duo and Lova. Bought the higher low V2 here at 55.65. It's 56.80. It's down 1.68% on the day, but it is still up 2.06% on the trade. XLU, we have Bacon Bandit, bought a higher low intraday rejection of the 200 at 65.08. It's 66.71. It is down on the day, but this particular trade is up 2.44%. And then last but not least, we have David and Kamal entering Boeing, and they nailed the bottom. Kamal got in at 206.50. I'm sorry, 206. David got in at 206.50. It's 219.53. It's up 0.43% on the day, and this one up 5.9% on the trade. So that was a beauty, eh? That was a beauty. Okay. Paxton's letting me know that Cisco, he's gone. That Cisco is out. All right, Pax, got that taken care of. All right. All right, Dave, way to go, buying Disney in the morning. There's Ava. Good to see you, Ava. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for everything that you first channel. Hope you're having a great day. Lilia is here. Also, hi, everyone. Good to see you, Lilia. Hope you're doing well. Steve Burns exited Roku for a 1.28% loss. Okay, Steve, if you can, remind me at the end so I... because I don't know if I'll remember to go all the way back, if you don't mind. Michael Sarton says, Michael Martin, good to see you out of Zoom. All right, let's take this off. And Roku for Steve. Also at a BIIB. All right, good. Glad to hear that. All right. All right, Frank has a poem for us. This is going to be great because it's from Frank. That's all you need to know. All right, let's read it and see what it has to say. Veterans took on America's fight. They stand up to wrong and defend what's right. Though we prefer to solve problems with reason, not might, the market is nothing without freedom's light. Oh man, is that great. Veterans took on America's fight. They stand up to wrong and defend what's right. Those who prefer to solve problems with reason, not might, or though we prefer to solve problems with reason, not might, the market is nothing without freedom's light. Okay, sounds good. And yeah, anybody who served out there, thank you very much for your service. I appreciate it. I'm sure everyone else does as well. And Steve said that was an old trade. I will remind you. Okay, I think I took it off. The Roku trade, right? Yeah, I have Karen in there now, that's all. All right. So let's do a quick check before we go over to Trader Psychology. Citizens Financials doing really great there. Very happy with that, up 2.08% on the day. Facebook up on the day, up on the trade, so I can't complain too much about that one. Philip Morris near a high today. This is moving up nicely at 0.74%. Overnight SPY trade had a nice little overnight SPY gap. VIX is down today, but still nicely up on the trade. And Amazon, I will be exiting Amazon today if it closes below the 5 EMA. I actually missed this yesterday. I guess happy accident because I was able to hit another profit target higher, but yeah, I will be exiting Amazon today with a close under the 5 EMA after rejecting after getting to a 65 RSI. Okay, everybody. So listen, before we start looking for my potential end of day trade, keeping in mind, right, the three requirements that we need: confluence, combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Number two, good risk to reward ratio based upon support below you, resistance above you, at least 2-to-1. And then number three, make sure you have a complete trading plan, know exactly what you're going to do regardless of what the market does. They're called if-then statements. If this happens, then I'm going to do that. If that happens, then I'm going to do this. Just because if you don't know what you're going to do, you are lost, honestly. You have to know exactly what you're going to do regardless of what the market does. You have no control over that, but you have control of your plan with the if-then statements. But before we do that, just want to talk a little bit about trader psychology here. I mentioned this at the beginning of the show, but in my opinion, it is the most important skill you will ever learn. Yes, you need to learn entries, exits, moving averages, ATR channels, divergences, V1s, V2s, V9s, V8s, whatever, right? But yes, you have to learn it. I'm not taking anything away from that. But when you learn it, then you put together a plan. And then following your plan, that's a whole other issue. That's what I'm talking about with trader psychology. It elevates your emotions, it amplifies your emotions, and it's like a little angel and a devil on your shoulder going, do it, don't do it, do it, don't do it. Well, you just have to trade the plan, and that's why trading psychology is so important. This is from my friend Julian Komar. Julian is at blog Julian Komar over on Twitter. He is a professional trader, professional educator, has great courses. Love his post. Follow him at blog Julian Komar. He's in Germany, so has a little international flavor to it. But always appreciate Julian's post, and let's see what Julian has to say today. Stay humble as a trader. Remember how I've been talking about staying humble lately when the market was going up, and I was like, look, don't get cocky, right? You have to be humble. You have to, the better your account looks, the more you have to tighten up those stops and the more diligent you have to be. So humble's kind of been the word lately, but stay humble as a trader. Only because you make money for 1 year in a strong bull market, it doesn't mean that you are a long-term profitable trader. It's true. You can have 1 year up and everyone thinks they're a good trader. I have many people that say, hey, I made this and I made that. And I'm like, great, that's fantastic. How many years did you do it? Well, just this year. Like, okay, not taking anything away, but listen, the last few years we've been in, it's been super easy. It just goes up, right? That's, when you do a lot of chart study like I do and you go back in different years, different decades, it doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. So just because you've made money for 1 year as a trader, like Julian says, does not mean you are a long-term profitable trader. You can call yourself profitable when you survive years of changing markets and made money every year. That's the key. Some years we're downtrend. Other years we're chopping up and we're range bound. Other years we're trending. To really be a long-term profitable trader, you have to be able to be profitable in all those different market environments. Of course, it's easy to make money if it just goes straight up, but it doesn't mean you're a great trader. I'm not taking anything away from anyone, but that's not always going to be the case where it just goes up, right? So one last time, stay humble as a trader. Only because you make money for 1 year in a strong bull market, it does not mean that you are a long-term profitable trader. You can call yourself profitable when you survive years of changing markets and made money every year. And don't mistake what I'm saying. If you've been trading for a year and the market's been going up, great, fantastic, proud of you. But just be a little humble and know that the market doesn't always do that. So thank you, Julian. That was helpful for me. I hope it was helpful for everyone else. Jonathan says, running late. Great poem for today, Frank. Thank you, Jonathan. Good to see you. They're great poems every day. Wiener Dog says, thank you, Frank. Frank says, thank you, Jonathan and Wiener Dog. Wiener Dog says, DE under close over 200 higher low V2. Oh, well, that looks good, or sounds good at least. Oh yeah, I looked at this. It does look pretty good. We do have a V2, day 1 bars a little bit bigger than one ATR. I'm not thrilled about that. But yes, it is a V2. Here's day one. Here's day two. Here's day three. Two washes out one. Three is above day one's close. It is a higher low. See, this is a lower low. We went lower low, then we closed above. Lower low closes back above the 200-day moving average, in my opinion, tend to fail, like they did here, because the people that bought here, when it got way up here, there was a lot of profit in their pockets, right? One little wrong move, or if the stock gets weak, they're going to sell. That's probably what caused this move down here, were these people taking profits. Now we're back over the 200-day moving average. Now everyone that wanted to sell sold. People that bought here sold here. A new group of buyers came in, brought it up today. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly looks pretty good. I mean, it's in the value zone. It's had a move up. We had the big bar last week. We came back down. We didn't quite test halfway, but we're holding the band of moving averages, the 10, the 5, the 20. So very good. Very good, Karen. And great eye on that one. Johnson, ATVI. Activision. Looks like an under 30 over 30. Let's check it out. 28.42 yesterday. Today we're at 31.38. It is a valid under 30 over 30. Let's look at the weekly. Thing I don't like about the weekly, Johnson, is the 200-week moving average right above it. That's probably going to act as some resistance above. I can't say for sure, but good catch on that one. Good risk to reward ratio at 31.35. And Paxton says, "Nice, Karen. Yeah, that was a good catch." Let's put that on the list. Okay. So Dow's down 130, Nasdaq's down up 86, and the S&P's up 4.64%. All right, let's take a look through here and see. Here is Flextronics, higher low V1 above the 200-day, similar to Karen's DE. Under 50, over 50, higher low close back above the 200-day moving average. Let's take a look at the week. We had the big down bar 2 weeks ago. We're still stuck inside this downward skyscraper. Has a 520 crossover here right now on the weekly. It's pretty good, but I am going to respect that we're in this big down bar that was 2 weeks ago. I feel like it's going to be difficult to get above it. We have not, last time we got to the 50 SMA, we rejected it here. We rejected it again. We're getting very close. It doesn't mean it has to, but I think I would like something else better. NWS, we had a big move up. We came back down. We came down. We've steadied. Yesterday we tested the 200. Today again we tested the 200. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly I like, because yet last week's bar we had a big up bar, and now we came back down and held halfway. So far out of these, I like news the best. SCCO did have a 520 crossover. I know it does not now. It's 59.98, and the 20 is 60.07. Did trigger a fractal. Here's a fractal. Here's a high with two lower highs to the left, high, two lower highs to the right, and we did break above that range. But the best fractals, in my opinion, come from sideways motion. So right now, no 520 crossover. CCI, this was pointed out to me by Ava. Thank you very much. This is a higher low V1, close back above the 200-day moving average. Really good risk to reward ratio. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly's in the value zone. I quite like CCI. CMG, we discussed CMG, 520 crossover, After sideways motion in the value zone, it does backtest well. I quite like that one as well. DE, we talked about that. The only thing that concerns me about DE is this big down bar 2 days ago. We got to halfway of that bar and rejected it. So that's the reason I'm going to pass on DE. O looks pretty good here. We came into the value zone. We rallied, we made a lower high. We did wash out this low today. This is valid. Let's take a look at the weekly. We had that big down bar 2 weeks ago. You know, halfway of that is about right where we're at right now. So I am going to pass on that as well. HFC does have a higher low close back above the 200-day moving average, although we're still inside of this big down bar here, which is concerning to me. So I am going to pass on that. Disney does have an under 30, over 30. That is legitimate, especially on a big company like Disney. We have Netflix. We have a V2 on Netflix here. We came into the value zone. We had 1 day sideways motion, 2 day sideways motion, made a lower high, but yesterday we washed out the low. Now we created a V2. That also looks good. Ooh, it's going to be hard to take these all. NovoCure looks fantastic, but it's a higher low V2. It did reject the 50 RSI, so if I would have had it, I would have sold half here. So I'm not interested in that. FSLR, we came into the, okay, so we came into the value zone, 1 day sideways motion, made a new low here. It looks like a nice V1, but I'm going to pass on this one. I want more sideways motion. This is really just 1 day. Workhorse, looking for a 520 crossover, but we do not have as yet. Anthem, I was looking for a short here on Anthem. When we were halfway, I was looking for something in the values, or I was looking for a trade on a shorter time frame. Never got it, so nothing to do with Anthem. And then Fox. Fox, we have a higher low V1. Under 50, over 50, and a V1. Let's look at the weekly. Inside that big bar there. Yeah, it is legitimate. I wish MACD was green. Yeah, I think I have enough over here. It's going to be difficult enough just to narrow these down as well. News Corporation on the weekly, big up bar. Holding halfway on the daily, rejection or intraday rejection 2 days, 3 days of the 200-day moving average. It is up, so we'll take a look at that one. CII, I like it. I like the V1. Looks like we almost have a death cross with the 50 SMA closing under the 200. We're not quite there yet, are we? 108.44, 108.32. No, but that does look good. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly is the V1 on the week. That one, yeah, that one does look good. CMG, we have the 520 crossover. I really do like the sideways motion here. And then the crossover. MACD's positive. Disney, I think I'm going to stay away from Disney. It isn't under 30, over 30 on Disney, but it's such a big down bar. Of course, people are going to be selling if we come back up. I think I'm going to pass on that. And then Netflix does look pretty good. Let's check the week. If we look at the weekly, though, we had the big down bar. Halfway of the big down bar, we're kind of rallying into it. I would imagine Netflix has about that much more in the tank. Not too much from a risk to reward ratio. So right off the bat, CCI, CMG are my favorites on my favorites for today. So CCI and CMG. Oops. All right, those are my two favorite. CCI V1 intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average, under 50, over 50. It looks like weekly looks good in the value zone. That one makes a lot of sense. And CMG also makes sense here with this sideways motion, 520 crossover in the value zone. So CFG, current positions, doing great. Don't have to do anything there. Facebook, doing great. Don't have to do anything there unless it closes below the 200-day moving average. Philip Morris doing really nicely. Buying SPY at the close. VIX, no close below previous day's low, so I don't have to do anything there. That one's up nice. And then Amazon, loss of the 5 EMA. I will be exiting, locking in all profits on Amazon today. All right, we have about 13 minutes to go. All right. So with current positions, I'm going to sell Amazon here. I'm looking at CCI with a close back above the 200-day moving average. MACD is green. We're above 50 RSI. That all looks fairly good. Weekly, yeah, it's a V1. I really can't complain about that. CMG, let me see what the bid-ask spread is on CMG. 64 cents. 64 cents. So if you're considering buying CMG today, make sure that you try to at least middle it, because now it's $1.47. That's fairly wide. I'm just going to put a limit order in here, see if I can get filled. Oh, I did. Okay. Okay, so I got filled at 118 or 1816.50. And then CCI looks pretty good as well. Frank says, fun but scary fact. The 2014 auto research study found that a person driving 6 miles per hour and sneezes has their eyes closed for approximately the next 50 feet of driving. Wow. Driving 6 miles an hour? How about that? Well, Facebook went negative on the day. So I already bought CMG, 520 crossover. Just deciding whether or not I want to buy Crown Castle. You know, the monthly just told me the story. Here's the big down bar 2 months ago. We're getting very close to it. We basically pegged it and that's the halfway. And it's the halfway of a lot of ranges too. Here we have a high, here we have a low. We're halfway of that on the weekly. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna skip CCI and stick with CMG. Amazon, I am going to go ahead and get out of Amazon right now with the close below the 5 EMA. Oh, is Facebook gonna? No, looks all right. Michael Wilkinson wants to look at GRDX. DRX. No wonder I couldn't pull it up. Well, I see what you're going for here. I mean, it did reject the -2 HER channel and the 200, so it is a good risk to reward ratio. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly's in the value zone, lost the 50 SMA, down pretty substantially today. I mean, there might be a bounce in it, but honestly, my gut tells me under 30, over 30 would be the better level for this, Mike. I could be wrong, though. Let's see, is Roku holding the 200-day moving or the 100, the 50? No, it is not. Is not. It's 29.90. It's very close. So I did sell Amazon with the close under the 5 EMA. I am out of that. That was a really nice trade. FSLR, I think we looked at that one. Yeah, I mean, we had 1 day of sideways motion here, then we made a new low, so there's really only 1 day of sideways motion. It's a beautiful V1. It's false breakout to the downside. Makes sense, Lava. I mean, you could certainly buy this. I just wanted more sideways motion. See, we came into the value zone. We had 1 day sideways motion, but then here we went lower. So it's only 1 day, but you know, halfway the washout bar does make sense. The risk to reward, if we go back up and test old highs, makes sense as well. I'm a little concerned of a snap down, back down on that one. CMG, I like it better with the sideways motion and the V 520 crossover. All right, we have about 6 minutes, everyone. I got out of Amazon with a close below the 5 EMA after reaching the 65 RSI, and I entered CMG with the 520 crossover. Looks like a lot of stocks today. We had the big down bar yesterday. Of course, we gapped up. We tested that halfway and failed, which is not surprising. I see a lot of things making lows on the day here. Four. SPY making a low on the day. Roku looks like it's losing the 30 RSI. All right. About a minute and a half to go. About 30 seconds. All right, a couple seconds to go. All right, that's it for today. Let's take a look, see where we got filled on all this stuff. All right, so I did buy SPY today at 463.77, and I bought CMG at 1816.50. So CMG I bought today at 1816.50. With a 520 crossover in the value zone with sideways motion. And then SPY 463.77. 463.77 is today's SPY. And I did exit Amazon today with the close below the 5 EMA after reaching the 65 RSI level. All right. So yeah, nice day. CFG is up big. Facebook up a little. Philip Morris up nicely. SPY, nice little overnight SPY trade. And then the new entry, of course, was CMG and VIX. VIX was down today. So, all right. So listen, everybody, if you have any new entries or exits for me, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me that they would like me to update on the board, this is the time to do it. Go ahead, put it in the live stream, and we'll get it updated momentarily. Just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I'm a good teacher. I teach a great course. I teach you all five of the trading approaches that I use. I teach you them step by step. I've been using these for over 25 years. I've taught students all over the world, and I've really produced some really good traders. So if you'd like to improve your trading, doing a one-on-one course with me is going to do it. I promise you. It's a total of 15 hours. 5 sessions. Each session is 3 hours. That's where we get the 15. The price of the course is $1,750, but I promise you it's worth every penny. I bring a lot to these lessons. It's very important to me that my students succeed. And not just for my brand and my business, but just me personally, because I genuinely care about people, and especially with people succeeding in trading. So if you're interested, my email is in the description of this YouTube video. Just send me an email, say, Greg, I'm interested in potentially taking your course. I'll say, great, let's have a Skype call. Skype call is just for me to get to know you a little bit better, find out about how you're trading, what you're doing, what your challenges are, what your goals are, why you want to take the course. It's a good time for you to ask me questions about the course in general. I had a call last night with Wes. You guys know Wes from the live stream, and so we had a good chat. And he's considering doing it, but seems like a nice guy. And look forward to teaching you one day, Wes, if you're out there. So when we're done with the call, just think about it as long as you want. Talk to your husband, talk to your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. But if you decide the time's right, just email me back and we'll get started. I promise you're going to be a better trader. Number 2, I have an online course available at udemy.com. It's called the Deep Dip by Stock Trading Strategy. It's a great course. It's like 4.8 stars. Had great reviews and feedback from all over the world. There's 9.5 hours of video. There's 26 videos total. There's 15 study guides. And the best thing is that it only costs between $12 and $15 over on Udemy. They price it that way, and it's a steal. It's a steal for 12 or 15 bucks. So if you're interested, the link is in the description. Click on it, watch it while you're watching it or after you've watched it. If you have any questions at all, just come to the live stream. Let me know. We'll go through it and I'll answer your questions. Okay. And then lastly, as always, if you don't mind, if you could hit the thumbs up button before you leave today, I would appreciate that. It lets YouTube know that there's some valuable content here. And so if you learn anything valuable today or in the recent past, if you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up button before you get out of here, I would certainly appreciate that. All right, let's see who did what. Okay, Steve exited DKNG. Okay, got that. Kamal is out of lemonade. You're out of lemonade, Kamal. Okay. Nice trade, bud. Really nice trade, up 4.76% today. In Roku, And where do we get into Roku at? We got into 275. Okay. Oh, you got it. I see. Okay. And in Bumble. Oh, I think Bumble is one of those that I cannot put on there. Gosh, why can I not keep track of this? BMBL. BMBL. Yeah, sorry, Kamal. I can't pull up Bumble. But I did take care of your Out of Lemonade and in Roku. Tracy Hall says, thanks, Honey and Frank. Ava says, LOL, Tracy. David is in CMG. And in Disney. And nice price on that one, right? Let's see. 158.62. That is fantastic. 160. Why can I not see anything? 158.62 for David, and it's 162. That was a great trade, Dave. Oh, almost low a day. Holy Hannah. Way to go. Way to go, Dave. Kamal says, did you keep DKNG? No, he got out. Nice entry on Disney, David. I agree. Paxton's in CCI. Okay. Wiener Dog is out of AVLR. Yep, good trade. I know it was a losing trade, but it's a good trade because you followed your process, Karen, in CMG. Okay. And out of Roku. So that leaves Kamal there. Okay. Ava is in half of CMG and half of CCI. Makes sense to me, Karen. I mean, Ava. Good. That's CMG and then CCI. All righty. Nigma says, Greg, my email was more about calculating the average true range more accurately. Never mind about the deep dip buying strategy around the Keltner channels. Okay, so calculating the ATR true range more accurately. So all you need to do is pull up average true range in there. If possible, choose simple moving average. The input would be 20. That will just give you the average true range of the last 20 days, the one average true range. That will give you a number like 2, for instance. Maybe the average true range using 20 input is going to be 2. So if you need 2 times the average true range, you're going to take the value of what the one average true range is, which is 2 in this case. You would just times it by 2. If you needed a 1.5 you would just say, oh, it's 2 times that times 1.5 is 3. Or if you needed a 0.45 ATR value, you would just take the value of the 1 ATR, which in this case is 2, times that times 0.45. So essentially, most trading platforms allow you to find out what the one average true range is. Put in 20 as the input, put in SMA if possible, if not, EMA is okay, and that's going to give you a value. Then to find the 0.45, just times that value by 0.45. If you need a 2 times that. For your emergency stop, just take the value times it by 2. If you need a trailing stop level above you, take whatever that value is, times it by 1.5. And again, there's a difference between Keltner channels and just average true range on most charting software. So I hope that helps, Nigma. Bacon Bandit is out of AAL. Way to go, Bacon. Really nice trade. That's a beauty. Michael is out of Cisco and NCMG. And Leva, I haven't forgot about selling puts. Sorry, I've just had students, I've had a bunch of students this week come in, and I've just been busy with some other stuff, but I will get back to you, bud. I promise you. I'll just call you today on my walk, and we can chat about it, see what we can get it taken care of. And Michael is out of Cisco. Where are you, Cisco? Cisco gone? Oh, I already took you out of there. Okay. Nigma said, understood. As always, thank you. Did you really understand? Sometimes it's hard to when you're just listening, but yeah, just get the value of the 1 ATR. If you need a 0.45, times it by 0.45. If you need 1.5, times it by 1.5. If you need 2 times that, just times it by 2. David says, have a great rest of your day. Thanks a lot as always. Thank you, David. Really nice trade on Disney, by the way. Let's see what's going on here after hours. CFG, unchanged. CMG, ooh, down $4, but the spread's really big, so I wouldn't read too much into that. Facebook. Gold had a nice day today. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Goldman Sachs. Philip Morris, unchanged. SPY is up a little bit. VIX is up a little bit. All right. Yes, no worries. Thanks. Good. I'm glad. I hope that was helpful. Listen, if anybody has anything else they'd like to talk about, or if they have questions, they need some clarification on anything, if they have any jokes, whatever you want to share, go ahead and share it within reason, right? But before we do that, I just want to remind everybody that this is something I like to, this saying is something I like to talk about every day. It's something I've incorporated into my life, and it's been a real positive and, something to consider. But this is by Martin Cornfield. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. Is the world in the right direction? I don't know. It could always get better, right? And by us going out and doing one nice thing for another human being today, it would make it a better place. Imagine if we all did that. It really would be a whole different vibe, right? And if you could do it for an animal as well, they are going to appreciate that. I would appreciate that. And regardless, human, animal, it should make you feel better. And maybe one day someone will be there for you, or an animal will be there for you. Animals can be there for you as well, too, right? But if we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. Makes sense. Doesn't have to cost any money. Just do something nice for somebody. Give them a smile. Give them a wave. Or for heaven's sake, just be pleasant, right? So I always like to leave you off with that. All right. Well, I think that's probably it, unless we have any new thoughts. Wiener Dog says, thank you, everyone. Nice to talk to you, or looking forward to talking tonight, Karen. All right, we're going to get back into the second part of the deep dip by strategy. Ava says, thank you so much, Greg and everyone. Thank you, Ava. Have a great rest of your day. Paxton says, thanks, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. You as well, Packy. Hope Tracy's having a good day as well. Jonathan says, cheers, guys. Hope you're having a good, nice evening, Jonathan. Please give my best to the family for me, would you please? And yeah, I think that's it for today. So appreciate you coming. Tomorrow's Friday, last day of the week. We're going to be taking a look, of course, at our daily swing trades, but tomorrow's Friday, so we're going to be looking at our weekly swing trades, which have some of them have been really, really good. And I'll look for some new ones tomorrow. Kamal says, thank you, Greg. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Kamal. Talk to you soon as well, bud. Paxton says, me too. Okay, I think that's it. I have to run the U.S. legal disclaimer on the way out. And hey, if you could remember, hit the thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it. But have a good rest of your day. Be good. Be safe. Drive safe. Treat people with respect. Get a little exercise. Study your charts. All sorts of stuff that we can do, right? So, all right. Take care, everyone. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.